This isn't a story about gold, diamonds, or piles of cash. No armored trucks or getaway cars filled with bills. No vaults bursting with treasure. This heist? It was something else entirely. Something no one ever thought would be stolen. Because while jewels and money hold value in the moment, there are things far more precious. Things that most people don't even realize can be stolen. This is the story of how one man, Leon Navarro, stole the future. How a team of specialists pulled off a heist that would change the course of history. Not by taking wealth, but by taking something infinitely more valuable. They didn't steal gold. They didn't steal bonds. They stole knowledge. And in the right hands, knowledge can be more dangerous than any fortune. The echo chamber was no ordinary library. Its towering shelves and marble floors held secrets so well guarded that most of the world had forgotten they even existed. And at the heart of this forgotten treasure trove was the Codex Eternum, a manuscript so ancient, so dangerous. It was said to contain the keys to lost technologies and forgotten sciences. A single page of this codex, if deciphered, could shift power across nations. But Leon Navarro wasn't interested in the codex just for the knowledge it contained. He wanted it for what it represented. Control. Control over the future, over the minds of men, over the balance of power in the modern world. This wasn't just a heist. It was a game changer. Leon Navarro sat at his usual corner table in Café Paradox, a quaint establishment nestled in the heart of the city's arts district. To the casual observer, Leon was just another patron, quiet, unassuming, lost in thought with a steaming cup of espresso. But beneath this facade lay a mind meticulously orchestrating one of the most audacious heists the city had ever seen. Leon wasn't always a criminal. Once a celebrated behavioral economist, his groundbreaking research on market anomalies and psychological biases had earned him accolades and a comfortable life. However, a scandal involving manipulated data forced him into exile, stripping him of his reputation and livelihood. Instead of succumbing to despair, Leon channeled his intellect into planning the perfect heist, not for jewels or cash, but for something far more elusive and valuable, the echo chamber. The echo chamber was an innocuous building housing the city's oldest public library, a place where history whispered from every shelf and knowledge awaited every visitor. To the untrained eye, it was just another library, but Leon knew better. Hidden within its walls was the Codex Eternum, a centuries-old manuscript believed to contain lost knowledge and secrets of immense value. Its worth wasn't monetary but intellectual and historical, capable of rewriting parts of history and unlocking forgotten technologies. Security around the codex was tight, but not in the conventional sense. The library employed a series of psychological traps designed to deter not just physical intruders, but also those who might seek to exploit the manuscript's secrets. Biometric scanners, AI-driven surveillance, and a labyrinthine layout made it a fortress of intellect rather than iron. Leon knew that to breach such a sophisticated system, he needed more than just technical prowess. He needed a team where each member's unique skills complemented the others, creating a synergy that could overcome any obstacle. Sarah the Chameleon Quinn, an ex-librarian with an encyclopedic knowledge of historical texts and archives. Her ability to blend into the library's environment and access restricted areas was unparalleled. Vikram, tech wizard, Rao, a former cybersecurity expert who had turned his back on the corporate world. Vikram could manipulate any digital system, bypassing firewalls and security protocols with ease. Mason Mr. Time Holt, a precision engineer obsessed with clocks and timing mechanisms. Mason's expertise was crucial for synchronizing the team's movements and ensuring that every second counted. Carla Numbers Montez, a financial hacker with a knack for making transactions disappear. While her skills were more aligned with laundering money, Carla's analytical mind was invaluable for planning and executing the heist without leaving a trace. Leon's strategy was built around exploiting a single, overlooked vulnerability in the echo chamber's security system. A 45-minute window every quarter when the library's maintenance schedule allowed for system updates and physical inspections. This period was brief and infrequent, making it the perfect opportunity for the team to act without raising suspicion. The plan was divided into 3 phases. Infiltration. Sarah would pose as a senior archivist, gaining access to restricted sections and mapping out the exact location of the Codex Eternum. Disruption. Vikram would hack into the library's AI surveillance system, creating blind spots and looping footage to mask the team's movements. Extraction. Mason would disable the environmental controls protecting the manuscript, while Carla ensured that the financial transactions tied to the heist remained undetected. The day of the heist arrived. The team gathered in Leon's apartment, reviewing the final details and ensuring that every contingency was accounted for. Mason checked his custom-built device, which could manipulate the library's internal clocks, syncing them with his precision timing mechanisms. At precisely 8 a.m., the team moved into position. Sarah, dressed in a tailored suit, entered the library under the guise of conducting a routine inventory. Her knowledge of the library's layout allowed her to navigate the restricted areas effortlessly, planting small markers that Mason would later use to synchronize their movements. Vikram, stationed in a nearby van, began his work. He connected to the library's network, bypassing the biometric scanners and AI surveillance with a series of intricate code sequences. Within minutes, the cameras were looping pre-recorded footage, and the security system was effectively blind to the team's activities. Mason, using his device, manipulated the library's internal clocks, ensuring that all time-sensitive systems remained in perfect harmony with their plan. Carla monitored the financial flows, ensuring that every transaction related to the heist was seamlessly masked within legitimate library expenses. As the clock struck 12 p.m., Sarah reached the chamber housing the codex. She carefully extracted the manuscript, its weight surprisingly light given its historical significance. The team moved swiftly, every second meticulously calculated to avoid detection. Just as the team believed they had pulled off the perfect heist, an unexpected twist threatened to unravel everything. As Sarah exited the chamber, she encountered Evelyn Hart, the new head of security, whose keen intuition and unconventional methods had been a thorn in Leon's side from the beginning. Evelyn wasn't just any security head. She had a background in behavioral psychology, making her exceptionally adept at reading people and anticipating their moves. She had been monitoring unusual activities leading up to the maintenance window, suspecting that something was amiss. A silent standoff ensued. Sarah, under pressure, had to think quickly. She improvised, using her deep knowledge of library systems to create a plausible diversion, a scheduled book donation that required immediate attention in another part of the library. Evelyn, trusting her instincts, allowed Sarah to lead the way, giving Leon's team the precious minutes they needed to escape. Believing the heist was successful, Leon and his team began their escape. However, unknown to them, Evelyn had already alerted law enforcement and initiated a discreet investigation. As the team regrouped at the cafe, Leon received an encrypted message from an unexpected source, Carla. Carla revealed that she had planted a secondary plan all along, a failsafe in case of betrayal. She had been in contact with an underground network that specialized in clean getaways, ensuring that even if law enforcement closed in, the team would remain untouchable. However, Carla's true intention was to double-cross the team, leveraging the Codex's secrets to gain her own power and wealth. Leon, caught off guard by Carla's betrayal, had to act swiftly. He confronted Carla, revealing that he had known about her plans all along. Carla had underestimated Leon's ability to foresee potential threats, given his background in behavioral economics and his deep understanding of human psychology. In a tense confrontation, Leon proposed a new deal. They would share the Codex's knowledge, ensuring that Carla's ambitions were satisfied without jeopardizing the entire operation. Carla, realizing she was outmaneuvered, reluctantly agreed, knowing that Leon held the upper hand. With law enforcement closing in, Leon activated the final phase of his plan. Using the Codex as leverage, he negotiated a temporary ceasefire, offering valuable insights from the manuscript in exchange for the team's freedom. Evelyn, intrigued by the potential of the Codex, agreed to Leon's terms, setting the stage for a fragile alliance. Leon and his team vanished, their identities and whereabouts obscured by the very techniques they had employed during the heist. The Codex Eternum remained a tantalizing mystery, its secrets guarded by a mastermind who understood that true value often lies hidden beneath the surface. Months later, the city buzzed with theories about the echo chamber heist. Leon, now living under a new identity, continued his research, using the Codex to uncover lost knowledge and advance his work. Evelyn Hart, recognizing the potential benefits of the manuscript, became an unlikely ally, working quietly to ensure that its secrets were used for the greater good. The heist had not only been a financial and intellectual triumph but also a lesson in trust, betrayal, and the true value of knowledge. Leon's journey was far from over, as he continued to navigate the delicate balance between brilliance and morality, always staying one step ahead of those who sought to control the echoes of the past.